Hi, Sporty.
Hi, Muki.
How are you?
I'm good. What about you?
I am good too.
Yes, Muki. It was a long time we had a fun.
Yes, but it was so much fun that I still remember how good the puppet show was. And thanks to you, buddy, that I learned a new way to study, not from only books but with playing games.
Yes, Muki. It was really wonderful time when we were both together with the students. I
And-
really missed it.
Me too. So here I have a gift for you.
What?
I have brought a story for you to learn.
Oh my God! Again, we are going to have a wonderful session. It
Yes.
means. Yeah, I'm so
Today-
excited.
Today I am going to teach you a story in your own way.
Oh wow! So let's begin the session. Come on.
Yes, let's start. Hello students, this is your English class and we are back with one more chapter for you from your supplementary reader book, A Pact with the Sun. The chapter is chapter number 9, What Happened to the Reptiles. The story is all about village, Pambupati village, and its uniqueness, that all people live together with peace and harmony, and how that village came to be the way it is. The story is all about that. It took a place a long time ago in a beautiful village of Pambupati. The village was at the edge of a thick jungle on a cliff. Vast forest stretched below, like a mossy green carpets. As you can see in the image, the village was at the cliff and it was on the edge of the cliff, that means on the corner of the cliff, and it was stretched below was a very thick green forest, vast green mossy carpets, that means all the land looked like as if it is covered with green carpet. So the village was all in all beautiful. There were many kinds of people in the village, dark, tall, short, every kind of people. Some prayed in the temple, some in the mosque. So all of them lived with harmony in the village. My name is Prem and this is my village. I have lived in this village since a very long time, but I have heard about Pambupati too. It is a very interesting place. But something very terrible happened in my own village. One day, when I was sleeping peacefully in my bed, I heard lots of voices. People screaming, running here and there. When I looked out of the window, my whole village was burning, and one out of that was my own house. Some had to run away in the middle of the night and at 3 in the morning. I managed to grab a few clothes, some coins, and my little Ganesh statue, and I ran. I ran for a day and night. And finally, I reached Pambupati village, where I met grandfather, the old man. He took care of me, and people also came and visited me there. The people in Pambupati village were nice. They came to visit and asked for the wellness of a stranger. So finally, I asked the old man, "Tell me, grandfather, I have never seen people like the villagers in here. In my village, people fight with those who pray to another god. But here, this seems a very, very strange place."
Prem, I will tell you the story of Pambupati. You can take this story back to your village. Maybe it will heal some of its wounds and dry some of its sores.
Okay, grandfather, I am ready to listen.
It happened a long time ago. Children lived in caves with their parents. As for animals, there were only reptiles. Every month, the reptiles of Pambupati had a big meeting. The president of these meetings was Makara, the biggest crocodile of the forest. Since it was the strongest, every reptile agreed what he said. Now, one day Makara sent a letter to tortoises. He asked them not to come to the next meeting. A tortoise named Ahitse was very angry at it. He was the big tortoise. Yet none of the tortoises had the courage to attend the meeting. Before the meeting, Makara polished his teeth red so that they sparkled. At the meeting, he said that the forest did not need tortoises. When some reptiles tried to show his disagreement, Makara shouted to silence him. He said that the tortoises were stupid and slow. They were stupid enough to carry their houses on their back. Then he announced that he had given tortoises 1 week to leave the forest. So the tortoises had to go. At first, all the animals were sad. But soon thereafter, they were happy because there was now more food, more water, and more space for them. After a few days, a smell of rot began to fill the forest. A month passed by. Now it was the turn of the snake to be ordered out. Again, for a while, the animals were happy because they had now no fear of a snake bite. A few days passed and the animals found that there were too many rats about them. After all, there were no snakes to eat them. The rats ate up the eggs of lizards and crocodiles. They chewed up even Makara's own nest of eggs. Then Makara had another idea. He asked every animal except the crocodiles to leave the forest. Now all kinds of awful things began to happen. The rats became bolder and now there were too many frogs as well. With the lizards gone, there were now millions of insects bigger and nastier than ever. It was a bad time for crocodiles. They could not understand what had happened to their happy forest home. Then the crocodile realized the real problem. They were no longer so afraid of Makara. They sent urgent message for the tortoises, snakes and lizards to come back to Pambupati. It was a great day when all of them came back. In 2 months the forest was back to normal. Well, Prem, have you fallen asleep? Did my story send you off to dreamland?
No, grandfather. I was just thinking maybe it's time I went back to my own village because I have a story to tell them. But what if they don't listen to me?
We can only keep at it, my son. Tell these stories again and again to more and more people. Some of them may laugh at you or say your stories are not true. But they may remember them one day and understand that each of us has a place in this strange, funny world of ours. Oh, Bookie, it was really awesome.
Thank you so much.
I enjoyed a lot.
Yes, I know. Well, I hope along with enjoying you understood the story, and I hope for you all as well that you understood the story.
Yes, I understood. It was really awesome story. It conveys a message to all of us that we all are equal and we all have right to live on the earth. We should respect each other. We are interdependent on each other.
Great, Sporty. You understood the moral of the story very well.
Yes.
But for now, we have studied the story in your way. It is time for all of you to study the story in my way. That is, read it from your book.
Yes, Bookie, I am going to home to read the book.
I
will read this story once again and will enjoy it.
Yes, good for you and for our students. So we will see you next time with one more story. Till then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.